Most European countries have the responsibility of telling their users about the information and data that will be saved about them while using any type of marketing tool. You can use this plugin to get these agreements and, of course, give the opportunity to the user to say no if they don't want this. Let's get into it.
This is useful, as I said a second ago, for European countries, and I'm guessing some other countries, I just know mostly about Europe, that you need to accept agreements to continue on with marketing and profiling, privacy, and all that jazz. So the first thing that you want to do is welcome your users with the GDPR instructions at the start of a conversation. So of course, in this part, you're going to write down, hello, I've made a lot of attractions for you guys, and after that you can do, because of, for example, in Poland, it's called RODO. We have to inform you about our privacy policy, and of course then you can create the button that someone would press. So right here it's information about privacy and the URL to the document. So if they want to read through everything about those policies and all that kind of stuff, they can click on it as well, the users I mean. The next thing that you're going to have is show user to chatbot regulation document, and this is where you can write down below, you can find the regulations that of the service that I am, for example, because we have a chatbot, or of this service. And then you can have the regulations as the button for this to open that document and download that file. You can also ask your users to move forward after sharing the document. But not many people actually use this, but of course you can do this as well if you want to go to a later section. Let's just say I'm going to write down, okay, so if you agree, click below, click here. And that way, if they press this button, for example, they're able to move forward. And after that, you can thank the user after moving forward, but obviously this doesn't have to be done. So you can just write, thank you for agreeing to the regulations, or something like that. Add in a nice emoji to make them smile, and you're good to go. So this is the first section. This is the instruction that they should get at the very beginning. The next one is statement. So this ensures that the user accepted your statement. When it comes to statements, it's better to make sure that they actually did accept it. So, your statement is accepted. Or the question would be in general, do you accept this statement, for example, right? So there would be a no and yes button caption. And of course, if someone says yes, then they're going to get a message that says, great, I'm so glad that you accepted us for who we are, or something like that. And if they say no, then the message sent here, when user doesn't accept statement, so that's what they'll get. So it can be like, oh, okay, I understand. Well, it was nice talking to you. If you change your mind, I'll be here, or something like that. The next one is marketing. Sorry, let me just take that off. The next one is marketing. And here, if you want to collect marketing agreements from your users, you have to have this. And of course, there will be a welcome message. So you can type in, hey, before we start off, I have to ask you to agree to our for us to collect marketing. Sorry about that. Okay, so after that, you can write that in this message. If you want to show the user the privacy policy document, and of course you should if you want to collect these marketing agreements, it makes you more legit. Then you can type in a message here for them to be able to open the document. And here, of course, you can select the file that you want them to see. After that, you have to configure the agreement text. So, of course, do you agree? Yes and no. And that is pretty much everything that you have to do when it comes to marketing. It's a bit easier. The profiling section, it's pretty much the exact same as the marketing section in general. Let me just show you. See? It all depends on what kind of agreements your company needs for this marketing tool or customer service helper or anything else to work when it comes to messaging and chatbots. So this is pretty much the exact same thing. Collecting profile agreements from your users, you need the welcome message to ask them to look at the privacy policy. After that, you have the document and ask them if they agree or if they don't agree. Exact same thing. The next one is the privacy settings. So it's allowing your user to automatically revoke the privacy agreement. So if someone wants to unsubscribe from the chatbot and doesn't want their agreement to be active anymore, you have to type these in. So if you want to give them the option, this is something that you need. So privacy settings intro message. So obviously here you can type in, hey, so these are the privacy settings that are currently active for you. And do you confirm, the next one, of course, the next one is going to be a button caption. So do you confirm this current agreement between us? And the revoking button caption. So are you sure you want to, or would you like to revoke your current agreement with us? Something like that. After that, you can type in the "Are you sure?" If someone actually presses the revoke current agreement button caption, they'll get this message. And of course, you can type in "Are you sure you want to leave us and revoke your agreement?" or something like that. After that, you can type in the two buttons, because after this question, there will be a confirming revocation. So if they're sure they want to revoke, then you can type in yes right over here. Just to make it easier, I'll type it in, since these are quite a few boxes. And the cancel revocation of the agreement. So if they still want to keep the agreement that's current, then you're going to type in no. And after they choose one of these two buttons, if they choose yes, then and they want to revoke this, then they're going to get this message. So you're going to say, okay, well, thanks for being with us this long. We're still here if you need us, or something like that. And of course, the message that says after they cancel the revocation, so if they want to stay with us in the current agreement that we have, for these GDPR and privacy settings and all that kind of jazz, then they're gonna click no, and after that, they're gonna get this message. So message sent after the agreement is not revoked. Then pretty much all you can do here, or I mean, you can think of something else, but the easiest one is to thank your user for staying with you. So thank you for staying with us. We love having you here, or something like that, something to make them feel good about it. Okay, so after you have done that, you have the privacy settings. Of course, not all of these have to be on at once. This all depends on the country that you're living in and the laws that regulate this kind of stuff. So it's very personal in general. Okay, the next one is settings. Allow users to manage their GDPR settings. And when it comes to this is super good to have, because this button, if you have it on, it allows you to have it in the main menu of your start. So if you have your start right over here, and then after you press it, you can add in a button, for example, in the menu that's called GDPR settings or something like that. And it'll take people to any of these chosen tabs and what you have created, because it makes it so much easier for them to, I don't know, either revoke their current agreement or something like that. It doesn't seem as difficult from the user's perspective, and you don't have to engage in some kind of human consulting in this area. They can all do it themselves, so it's pretty easy. So of course you have the settings, welcome message, and the privacy settings, marketing settings, buttons, and profiling settings. So here are the things we asked you for. Let's just say that it's something like that. And then you have privacy settings that someone agreed to, marketing settings, and profiling. And if they choose one of these buttons after that, it'll take them to the revoking, unsubscribing, or telling them about their current agreement part, right? So everything will go back to one of these that you've created after they press the needed button. Okay, so that's done, and the last one is subscribers. Here you can search and remove your subscribers. So let's just say that you want someone to get a message in the that you don't want someone to be in your subscriber base. This is where you can take them off. So for example, let's just say that here we have Monica and Richardson, that's me, and I don't want to talk to this bot anymore, and I have talked to a consultant, and I would like this to be gone or something because of some reason. Let's not go into that one. And after that, all you have to do is press delete. Are you sure? And yes. After that, that person will be deleted from this database. And of course, you can also search by name or ID. If it's by name, for example, if someone wrote to you on Messenger, it's much easier. And then you can automatically delete them if they're having any trouble with this section and this plugin, right? Okay, so that's about everything that you have to do here. After you've done everything from the instructions to any statement that applies to your country or to your laws, then all you have to do is click save, and that's going to be it. So thank you very much and happy chapatizing!